Hello, my fellow art aficionados, and welcome back to The Masters. If you're a fan of lush colors, breathtaking compositions, and timeless art, you are in today for a treat. Exploring the mesmerizing life and timeless masterpieces of the Renaissance giant, the one and only Titian. So, what about grabbing your favorite beverage, getting comfy, and let's dive in. Our starting point for today is gonna be the charming town of Pieve de Cadore, in the Republic of Venice, modern-day Italy, where our protagonist was born in the late 15th century, nestled amid the breathtaking Italian Alps. Young Tiziano Vecellio's surroundings painted the backdrop for his remarkable future as an artist, and for Titian's early artistic inklings, they emerged as he honed his skills working with mosaic and fresco painters. These experiences laid the foundation for his future palette and his unique mastery of colors, which would soon become his hallmark. And one day our story takes a pivotal turn, as Titian's talent caught the desiring eye of Giovanni Bellini, a prominent painter of that time and one of the leading painters of the Venetian school. This marked the initiation of a mentorship that ignited, and under Bellini's influence, Titian blossomed into a true visionary, mastering the art of emotive portrayal, linear perspective, and the interplay of lights. This transition from a student to a virtuoso artist was marked by his growing prowess in crafting depth, emotion, and atmosphere. Titian shows a mastery of these techniques within his works such as the Sonata, made in 1518, and the Bacchanal of the Andreas, made between 1523 and 1526. However, he also begins to develop his own unique style, characterized by a looser brushstroke and more vibrant palette. Soon, news spread like fire. Titian's talent gained him significant recognition, and he became one of the most sought-after painters in Venice. He received commissions from various important figures, including the Venetian government, religious institutions, and European royalty. His work ranged from religious and mythological to portraits, and in the 1530s, Titian's style was finally formed into his unique style, which became increasingly bold and expressive. He began to use more dramatic lighting, effects, and to experiment with new color combinations was his norm. His portraits of this period, such as the portrait of Charles V and the Venice of Urbino, are among the most famous and iconic paintings of the Renaissance. In his later years, Titian continued to experiment and innovate. He developed a new technique of painting with glazes, which allowed him to create subtle gradation of color. His late works, such as the Pietà made in 1576 and the Annunciation made in 1578, are among the most complex and challenging paintings of the Renaissance, and to the latter, we're gonna be taking it for more coverage. Annunciation marks the moment when the angel Gabriel visits Virgin Mary to announce that she will conceive and give birth to Jesus, Son of God. The painting captures the sacred moment in a visually stunning and spiritually profound manner, but I think that is just surface stuff. We can dig deeper than that. Titian's use of color here is best described as exquisite. While the vibrant red of Mary's robe symbolizes her royalty and her rule as the Mother of Christ, the blue of the angel's attire represents divinity and the heavens, and for the white lily held by Gabriel, it signifies purity and the conception of Jesus, and the warm golden light streaming from above creates a divine atmosphere, illuminating the scene and drawing our focus to Mary. As much as he can be into infusing details, this painting of his is not just a visual feast, it is also a canvas infused with symbolism. The intricate pattern on the carpet and the delicate rendering of fabrics showcase his technical prowess. And here, notice Mary's humble yet contemplative expression and what Gabriel's face is saying. It is capturing the gravity of the message he is delivering. The open book in her hand signifies Mary's humility and her acceptance of God's gift as Jesus grows inside her. The doves represent the Holy Spirit descending upon Mary. Every element in the painting serves to convey the spiritual significance of the Annunciation. Titian's influence echoes through time, implementing itself on the generations of artists that followed. His daring techniques and unbridled color usage to break away from the traditional conventions of Renaissance paintings and to develop a more personal and expressive style set the stage for artistic giants, leaving an indelible mark on the canvas of history. And of course you can see his legacy dancing within the brushstrokes of legends like El Greco, Peter Paul Rubens and Diego Velázquez, who drew inspiration from his color palette and dramatic compositions. Titian was an Italian painter and one of the most important figures of the Venetian Renaissance. While much of his professional life remains shrouded in mystery, some aspects of his biography and personal relationships are known. Titian is believed to have had at least 2 wives, not being a very sneaky boy. His first wife, Cecilia, died early, leaving him just with 2 sons, but he later remarried his housekeeper, who bore him 3 more children, winning the competition. But any further details are very hard to depict. Believe me, I've looked a lot, with very limited historical information about his relationships with his wives and children, as his family life was likely kept private. By the time Titian reached his later years, he had achieved unparalleled success and recognition. He continued to work on major commissions and produced some of his most famous pieces during this period. His style continued to evolve, and he maintained his status as the leading artist in Venice until his death. But unfortunately, he died of the plague in Venice in 1576. His passing marked the ending of an era in Venetian art. His influence on subsequent generations of painters, particularly in terms of his color and techniques, was, as mentioned as before, very profound, and his impact on all his admirers remain forever. If you are eager for more artistic inspiration, check out our curated playlist, The Masters, and if you are fond of music and want to take it another step further, you can watch this one. And like Titian, stay always creative.